Hey, hey! Hi, guys. Hey, Dustin, Oscar, Jose. Glad to see everybody here, ready to start our webinar, your exclusive webinar, actually, with Cristobal Madrid, your account executive. I'm Paula Enei, your community builder, also the person that's been in charge of your visa and landing process till the moment. So welcome. Thank you for joining us. The idea of this webinar is that you guys get a chance to meet Cristobal in person or almost in person, and also ask him specific questions you might have at the moment right now. So in this chat that you guys are already using, just shoot the questions you have. We'll answer them one by one, and hope that you guys actually get a good use out of this webinar. So as I wait for your questions, we're just going to go through a bit like what's been going on until the moment. So you basically have been accepted in Startup Chile's G18 cohort, so congratulations for that. And since then, you've been doing all of your visa processes, which most of you have had already done with almost no problems, no troubles. And what's coming next is for you guys to be here on July 3rd. Team leaders must be here mandatorily on July 3rd because that's when the program officially starts. And during that week, we'll be having on Monday an orientation day, which is a moment where the Startup Chile team introduces themselves to you guys, and each area says what the area is about and more specific details about the program in general and what's coming up. After that, from Tuesday through Thursday, we will have instances, especially for the people who are not from Chile, to register your visa with the PDI, to get a Chilean ID number through the civil registry, and also to open a Chilean bank account for you guys so you can get the grant deposited there. So that's a general overview of everything that's happening. Can you guys hear us correctly here? We're just noticing that you guys haven't really written any questions till the moment. So are you guys there? Sí. Yeah, we have 19 viewers, so yes, yeah, hey there. Great, thank you, Dustin and Gabriel. So shoot your questions, guys. Rodrigo has one about the delivery of the grant. I understand there are two ways. Insurance, you get paid in advance, and then reimbursement, you use your money and then get paid. Is this just for the first part?
My question is, what do you mean with the first part? The first part of the project or the complete project?
Okay, so you can get back to us with that question, yeah, Rodrigo, and we'll be more specific in our answer. Oscar, upfront versus reimbursement, how both work?
Okay, when we talk about upfront payment, we are talking about an insurance policy involved and all those things. So the thing is that you are going to receive 1 month after your arrival to Chile a first payment, okay, about 5 million Chilean pesos. And after that, you are going to receive 3 more installments of 5 Chilean million pesos. But we need to have financial meetings to check all your expenses and to revise the documents and all those things, okay? The thing is that at the beginning of the project, we cannot give you the money immediately at your arrival to Chile. We have to wait until the project is completely formalized. What I mean with this, that you have to sign the contracts, you have to have your route number, you need to have, for example, your all the PDI process and all those things, okay? Mm-hmm. You have to finalize all those processes, and after that, your project will be officially started for Corfo, that is the institution linked to Startup Chile. After that, we can give you the money, okay? But after that, as I told you, you have a kind of calendar of payments. The reimbursement process is different because you are always going to use your personal funds. We're going to reimburse your first payments, and after that, we are going to schedule like 5 financial meetings, to reimburse the expenses that you can have, okay? But we don't have a specific amount to reimburse. You just have the limit of 15 Chilean million pesos until the 16th week of the project, okay? That is the most important difference.
Thank you, Cristobal. So coming back to your question, Rodrigo, I'm going to read it out loud again about the delivery of the grant. I understand there are two ways. Insurance, you get paid in advance, and reimbursement, you use your money and then get paid. This is just for the first part of the project, he clarified later. So here's a question.
Yeah. Okay. The first part of the project. Well, it's supposed that you're going to receive the money in advance always. Anyway, you have to consider that you have to buy the tickets. For example, your plane tickets, you have to pay for your health insurance or travel insurance, and we cannot give you that money in advance. That's why the first payment from Corfo is like a kind of reimbursement for all those payments that you have made in advance, okay? Anyway, in total, usually those expenses are not more than 5 million, so it's just a part of that. So you have to complete that amount with technical approvals and all those things, okay, for expenses.
Perfect. So Paulina wants to know, when are we going to sign the contract and also pay the insurance?
Okay, at your arrival, first week after your arrival, 1 week, sorry, you are going to sign the contract approximately. We need to have the root numbers of all the foreign people. Sometimes the Chilean people is going to sign before them, sorry. But it's about 1 week after the official start of the activities of the program. And when you're going to pay the insurance, approximately 3 weeks after this official beginning of the activities.
Great. Jose Hashting wants to know what kind of support we get from you to get the insurance from the bank. Okay, assuming we have no bank local history to get the bank letter.
Okay, we have a kind of I don't know, with benefits with some insurance companies that evaluate all the financial situations of foreign and Chilean people, okay? So don't worry about that. And we are not going to deal with banks, just with insurance company, because it's an insurance policy. It's not a moneda de garantía or warranty invoice, something like that, okay? It's different like that, okay? So we are going to deal just with insurance companies, and we are going to help you with that process, so don't worry.
Fantastic. So also I wanted to add in a bit on that. So in your landing process, we talk about two different insurances. One is the insurance Cristobal just mentioned, which is the insurance on the grant. So it's just kind of, you know, for no one to take off with the money, and then we need to have insurance for that. And the other kind of insurance we speak about is travel insurance or health insurance. It's the same thing. You can reimburse your travel insurance. The idea, this is just a suggestion. It's not mandatory for you guys to actually hire insurance. But health insurance, but it's really, really suggested because health in Chile is tremendously expensive. So if you do have any medical issues here and you're not insured, well, it will not be like a good financial outcome for you guys, and actually can be even like a really big financial problem for you. So we've had suppers in the past have health issues and then not having insurance, and I assure you it's not good for you or for your family and the people that are far away from you to not be insured and protected in this way. So what you can do is hire a travel insurance that covers health for the duration of your program, and you can reimburse that. Am I correct? Yes. Okay, so on to the next question. Julio Torres. Joao Torres, sorry, just to make it clear, Scrutinit wants to create a subsidiary in Chile so that we can launch the platform there, grow our business, and pay salaries using the grant. Is that possible?
Yes, it is possible. Simple, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, Jose, for upfront payment, I mean, okay. So you want to know for the upfront payment what kind of support we give you with the insurance?
Yeah, I think that I explained you this. So
okay.
I think that is good.
Cool. Miguel, what about the case of Chilean people who don't go through that process?
What process you mean? I think that you're talking about all the things with the root and all those things. Well, that's what I'm saying. At this moment, to be honest with you, we are issuing all the contracts. That's why we are sending the email asking for the payment method and the period of the projects. So you have to decide how much time you're going to stay here in Chile or how much time your project will endure in the program. So the idea is that you can sign the contract as soon as the program starts, okay? That is in the best case for the Chilean people, okay? And in the foreign people, 1 week after that, okay?
Fantastic.
What is the best situation, okay?
Okay. Paulina, to Chileans, the upfront payment will be all at once or will it be by stages?
At the moment, will be all at once.
Fami, go. Hey guys, I have a question regarding the funds. Can we use the funds to incorporate a company outside Chile, for example, as capital contribution for the company in Colombia?
That must be evaluated. I think that we have to check the details of that kind of expenses, okay? I can give you an exact answer right now, okay?
So this, of course, all of your startups are different and you have different business models and your business take place in different places. So this kind of question can't be answered generally. That's why Cristobal would rather go through the specifics with each of you, so we don't give like general information that's not.
You can send me an email with that question specific, okay, with the details.
Great. So Gabriel, what kind of travel insurance package should I get? I went to World Nomad and they quoted me $600 for 7 months travel insurance. Okay, so on that question, because you have two. So we just suggest you get a travel insurance. The one you actually hire will depend on you, on your own needs, on your company's needs, on the time you intend to stay here in Chile. So also as government, we don't really have alliances with any health or travel insurance. So that's basically up to you. 2, is the travel insurance different from the medical insurance? No, it's the same. As long as your travel insurance gets you covered medically in Chile, then it's fine. So, Jose, should we start gathering some docs to present to the insurance companies?
No, at the moment, no, so don't worry about that, okay?
Jeronimo, hi. For people living in Chile, when are we allowed to start allocating funds to the grant? Thanks.
Just like all the projects, we are going to have in the future a technical or milestone meeting. So after that, we can start to evaluate all the expenses, okay?
Also, the beginning of your program is officially on July 3rd. So before that, nothing official can actually happen. So you'll just have to wait this 1 week that's left until you start your program, and then all of these things will start taking place. Alex, in the last email, you asked to define the desired length of the program from 6 to 9 months. It is hard to decide now about that, not knowing how finances will be enough for 9 months. If finances will be enough for 9 months.
Yes, Alex, it's very difficult, okay? So if you are not sure about the period of the project, or the program, sorry, the project in the program, you can put, for example, the 9 months, okay? If you are not going to use the 9 months, okay, if you are going to develop during, I don't know, 7 months, okay, with no problems, it's okay. You can present your expenses, we can evaluate the program until the 7th month, and it's not a problem, okay? But if you, for example, decide to put 6 months and then you realize that you need 9 months, it's more difficult because we have to evaluate again the project and we have to give you an extension with some other additional documents. So if you are not clear about that, you just can decide to put 9 months, and then during the program you can evaluate if you are going to stay for that period or less. Okay?
Perfect. Oscar. Following the idea that we have to deliver an expense plan, any restriction expenses, salaries, marketing team, offices, etc.?
Okay, you have to read the terms and conditions, okay, guys? There is, I don't know, like 5 lines talking about the expenses that you cannot present. And those are, for example, the food, the urban transport, party and all other kind of things, okay? What you are saying, salaries, marketing, team, offices, can be evaluated, okay? If you're an official team member, you have to decide if you are going to present your housing costs or your salary, okay? And if you are going to present your salary, you have to incorporate your company here in Chile, okay? So that is the most difficult decision that you have to take in this process, okay? But basically, the expenses that you are asking here, for example, or the expenses linked to the development of the project are usually approved, okay?
Also, just on the co-work thing you mentioned, one of the benefits of the Startup Chile program is that we offer you guys a co-work space where all of the seed generations will work. So right now, seed generation 17 is still here, and you will meet with them for there's an overlap of about 3 months. So that will be an awesome opportunity for networking and for just getting to know other startups that are here who already have experience. So the co-working space will be located in Santiago Centro, the center of Santiago, at Monjitas with Miraflores. Specific addresses will be sent out on Monday. Rodrigo, if I understood correctly, with upfront payment, you get it faster, but with reimbursement, we use our money for the first 2 months. Then we receive an amount that's bigger than the money we've spent?
No. You're going to receive the money that you are going to just reimburse, okay? You can reimburse, for example, 2 million, and we can evaluate that. And if it's everything okay, we are going to reimburse those 2 million, okay? Anyway, you have to always count that in each financial meeting, you have to present the 90% that is part of the program and the 10% that is your part. We make that division, but we are always going to reimburse the 90% of your expenses, okay? But no, what I'm saying is that you can present the maximum of 15 millions until the week 16th of the project, okay? Just that, okay?
Great. Alex has another question. Generally, can we pay from the grant for the outsourcing work made by the organization from our home country, which is Belarus?
Yes, we can evaluate those expenses. It's not a problem, but you have to make sure that you are going to present the financial documents that are legal in Belarus in this case, okay? Just that, but we can evaluate expenses.
Great. Paulina, I think you're from TSF, right? So congratulations on going on to SEED. So the co-work space of SETOF, which is the co-work that has always been set out for Startup Chile participants, we will no longer work with them as of July. So that co-work space will not be available for you or for anybody from Startup Chile. But the new co-works we're working with, which are called Co-work Latam, they are amazing. The place is really big. It's very well prepared to receive you guys. So don't worry about that. Location it's quite close to the previous one. It's even more centered in the city. So I'm pretty excited about that co-work actually. So no worries. Okay, so we haven't seen any other questions till the moment. So I just wanted to anticipate you a bit more on what will be sent out on Monday, which is step 5. You guys are almost here. So on Monday, we will send a more specific calendar of your first month activities. So for those of you who are planning travels and everything, you'll have a better idea of when to plan. The most important thing is for the team leader to be here on week 1 and 2 mandatorily. As I said before, if you're not here, that means that you passively decide not to participate in the program. So after the first month, you can do business travels, and those business travels can be reimbursed by the grant, but you'll have to go over the specifics of those business travels with Cristobal. So Rodrigo, personally, I am not worried about the first months, but my general question about reimbursement is, will we always have to use our money first and then get reimbursed in every stage of the project?
Yes, in fact, that is the situation. You always have to use your money, okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay, Ian, sorry, the audio cut off. I'll send out the specific address on Monday on step 5, but it's at Monjitas with Miraflores. I'll write it down here, Monjitas with Miraflores. Thank you. Thank you, Jose. Paulina, on Monday, will we know the date of the pitch? Oh, that's a really good question, actually. I can tell you right now. So your first week, day 1 is Monday, and that's your orientation day. On Friday the 7th, you have or Thursday, right? Mm-hmm. On Thursday, you have your intro day, in which you will have to present a 3-minute pitch for all of the startups and for all of the Startup Chile staff. So then it's just slides. You have to send it out in PDF to the acceleration team. These details will be explained to you in the moment when the time comes, but I'll anticipate you a bit. So you have to send out a PDF with the slides, and no interactive things, multimedia can be included. So no video, no GIFs, nothing like that. Just plain slides sent out in PDF, and then you'll have a 3-minute pitch opportunity, and people will give you feedback on that. On the subsidiary theme, again, the salaries will pay the salaries we'll pay must be taxed in Chile, or we can choose to pay them through our main company in Portugal and pay taxes there?
No, in fact, has to be paid in Chile. Okay? You have to pay the taxes or all the mandatory expenses linked to the salary here in Chile. Okay.
Mm-hmm. John Peebles, is it possible to outsource the development of part of the project to a company that's owned by one of the members of Subchile?
No, in fact, no, you can't do that. Okay. I can give you more details. Okay, but no, it's not possible. Okay.
Welcome, Ian. So, John, intro day was supposed to be on Monday 10th, according to Subchile calendar. So on the calendar overview, it says Monday 10th. Let me get back to you in just 1 second. So we'll just go to Judy's questions for now, and I'll get back to you with that date. Judy, is it correct that to draw salaries from the fund, the startup will need to be incorporated in Chile? If yes, will Startup Chile help us with this incorporation?
Yes, you must be incorporated here in Chile, and you can access to the perks that we have from the program, and there are some lawyers and there are some offices that can give you support to establish your company here in Chile, and also to help you, with the accounting and all those things. Okay. Mm-hmm. So if you need support on that, you can access to that information. Okay.
Perfect. So next question. Okay, so we're not receiving any other questions from right now. This webinar is meant to last as long as 45 minutes, but it could last less. So we'll give you guys about 2 to 3 minutes to ask us any other question. So maybe in the meanwhile, Cristobal, could you give them an idea of how financial processes occur during the program?
Yes, guys. Well, the financial process is complicated if you are not, if you don't put the things in order. If you're not ordering the documents according to how you are spending your money. Okay. Mm-hmm. The only documents that we are going to ask are the invoices, or the proof of payments from the provider, and then the banking supports of the payment. Okay, of those payments. According if you're a company here in Chile or not, we are going to ask for more documents, okay? But that is what we have to, I prefer to explain you directly, or if you are going to be really incorporated here, okay? What you have to be keep in mind is that you have to ask for technical approvals for your expenses, okay? I don't want to confuse you with all the process of the financial approvals or technical approvals, but in the milestone meeting and the technical meetings, I will explain you all the process, okay? Just keep in mind, for example, that you cannot present a more than 3.5 Chilean million pesos if you are not going to present through quotations for outsourcing, for example, or for acquisitions, or those kind of things, okay? But those are the most important recommendations, okay? Also, you have to decide if you are going to present your salaries here in Startup Chile, you have to be incorporated here, okay? So if you need more information about that, you have to let me know. I think that there are more questions.
Yeah, thank you, Cristobal. Okay, so intro day is Tuesday 11th, but please, on Monday, the official calendar for your first month will be set out. So go by those dates, okay? Just to be clear, this is just those dates on that document will be the ones you'll have to attain to. But thank you for asking. We have another question from Alejandro. We put 6 months to our stay abroad, but it could change due to our operations and development. So to understand your point, is it easier to put more months?
Yes, if you are not sure about the period that you're going to stay here in Chile, for example, if you are thinking to put 6 months but you're not really sure, you can just put, for example, 1 more month or 2 more months, okay? That is not a problem, okay?
Okay. Rodrigo wants to know if there's any estimate on how much the insurance, the grant insurance they need to pay.
Okay. The insurance costs approximately $600, approximately, okay? But yeah, that is the cost.
Great. Jose, the payment term is the same as the invoice we get?
The payment term.
Yeah, could you maybe rephrase what you mean by payment term?
Yeah, please.
Rodrigo, and if I understand, the insurance payment is not acceptable for reimburse, right?
if we are talking about the policy for the upfront payment, yes, you can put that expense in your financial process. It's not a problem, okay?
Great.
Well, that and also the travel insurance, you can reimburse that, yeah, both.
Joao, last question regarding the subsidiary. I promise. No worries, you can ask all the questions you have right now. The salaries will pay using the grant. First, we must pay them, and only after you will reimburse the money, or you can help us in advance?
You mean we help you in advance to, I don't know, we give you money, or to help you to incorporate here in Chile?
Can you specify a bit more?
Yeah.
Ian, what do we need for the reimbursement of the airplane tickets?
Okay, for the plane tickets, you have to save the boarding pass and the document that have the itinerary of the trip, okay? That document, in this case, and just in this case, can replace an invoice because the airlines usually don't give invoice. And that document have the name of the passenger, have the cost of the ticket, have the route that you have made, and all those things, okay? So that document and the boarding pass are the important documentation.
Great, so Jose is clarifying, sorry, I mean the reimbursement from Startup Chile is the same than the invoice payment term we get from our eventual supplier.
So I mean the reimbursement from Startup Chile is the same as the invoice payment term. I think that the question is yes, but Jose, maybe you can send me a direct email, okay? Just in Spanish, so I can understand you better, your question, okay? Don't worry.
Same for you, John. Just ask him your specific questions over mail. So, Joao, as help in advance, I mean, do you give us the money to pay the salaries before we pay them or after?
It depends. It depends because if you decide to present, for example, to have the upfront payment, you are going to receive 5 million, as I explained you, 1 month after your arrival to Chile. And maybe at that period, you are not going to pay the salaries because you have to be incorporated here for your official team here in Chile, okay? Or your official team members. And in that case, we are going to give you in advance the money, okay? But if you are going to reimburse those salaries after that period, I don't know, for August, September, or November, that will be a kind of delayed payment. So it depends on how you're going to order your finances.
Great. So we weren't receiving any other questions at the moment. So for those of you who are Chilean, sometimes I know that because of the landing is more from people that are not from Chile, you might feel that many of the things we inform don't really involve you, but that doesn't mean that we're not super excited that you guys are participating in the program and that you're a very important part of the program. So once you get here, it will be incredible for you guys to meet the other people from the other countries and network and kind of feel like you're an ambassador for us in our country and help them get around. And we're really excited for you guys coming here as well. That said, we're going to Alejandro's question. My business partner can make it on the first week because he just had a child. The visa process is from Tuesday to Thursday in the first week. That's correct. And pitch day is the second week, right? Yes, Alejandro. As long as your business partner is not the team leader, that will not be a problem. But if he arrives later, then the way we assist you guys is we have the people from the PDI, from the civil registry, and from banks receive us especially for the people from Startup Chile. So if he arrives later, he'll have to do all those processes on his own, which shouldn't be a problem. It might just take longer for him. And of course, you're not assisted by Startup Chile directly. So yes, that does happen in the first week. And pitch day is the second week. No, pitch day is in the middle of your program, but intro day is the second week. And on intro day, you do have to pitch your startup for 3 minutes. Also, can you help us get a document proving we are paying taxes in Chile so that we can be exempt in Portugal?
You have to be clear that the team members that are going to receive their salaries through the program or with money from the program, they have to be here in Chile because they need to have a route and all those things, a route number and all that information. Without those documents, you cannot even provide a legal proof of salary payment, okay? Here in Chile, we call boleta de honorarios or liquidación de sueldo. Those are the both documents that we have, okay? If you don't have a root number, you cannot receive the salary. So in that case, you're going to pay the taxes, for example, and yes, you can present that document in Portugal to avoid a double tax payment, okay? But I don't know if that answers your question, but that is the situation to present the salary of your official team here, okay?
Perfect. Thank you for your answer, Cristobal. So seems like you guys don't have any more problems. We'll give you 2 minutes or so to make any other questions you have. We're really happy that you guys are making all of these questions, and we're right here to answer them right now. So if you do, just shoot them. We'll get right at them. Also, so just to be clear again with Alejandro's question, and once again, be very clear about this with all of you, it's mandatory for the team leader to be here on July 3rd for the 2 first weeks of the program. Team members, not necessarily. They can if they wish to be assisted on, for example, their visa processes, and if they want to open a bank account here, but it's not mandatory for them to be here. If they arrive after these dates, then we cannot assist them any further on visa registration or opening bank accounts. That doesn't mean that they can't do it on their own account, but we just can't assist them. So Miguel wants to know, will you send some kind of summary of all of this info? Okay, so Miguel, there's on every step that has been sent out to you guys through the admissions mail, there are documents. There's a handbook in there where you can find most of the info, and there's documents about all of this process. Honestly, it's kind of surprising that you would need a recap on all of this. For the financial questions that you guys had doubts about, you can always review this webinar, but officially, no, we will not be sending any kind of written summary about this information. So please make all the questions you have right now. This is your chance. Yeah, okay. So I guess we can wrap up since we're not seeing any more incoming questions. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Once again, we're really excited that you guys got selected for C Generation 18 cohort. It's also, we're very excited that you guys are coming in almost a bit over a week. So see you then. Any other questions you might have, please write out to the admissions mail or to Cristobal's mail, which is cristobal@startupchile.org. So that's it, guys. Take good care and see you soon. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Sí, chao. Igual les podemos contestar. Igual no tenían tanta pregunta. O sea,